Madison Prewett just opened up about her one regret from her time on The Bachelor. Hey guys, welcome to another Shared News from Home. Madi just revealed some major news, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any updates. Okay, so Madi just talked about her time on the show for the first time on the Off the Vine podcast, and she revealed the one thing she would do differently if she could go back. As I'm sure you all remember, Madi's relationship with Peter's family, especially his mom Barb, was rocky at best. One of the main things that upset Barb and some fans was Madi's lack of apology to her on After the Final Rose. Well, Madi just opened up about how looking back, she wishes she'd handled it differently. Take a listen to what she had to say.
So we saw you and Peter on the couch after the final rose. The entire thing with Barb was really direct and how she felt about you and the relationship. So did you know about these feelings beforehand, and why did you choose to respond how you did in that moment, not apologetically?
Yeah, and honestly, if I could go back, I wish that I just would have just apologized and just been apologetic in that moment. I think I was so taken back and I was so hurt by the things that were being said to me, and this time that was so beautiful for me and Peter. Like, we had just been through this entire season. We had overcome so much to be here, and we're trying to fight so hard. We don't know if it's going to work, but we're trying so hard to figure out if it can. And for that opportunity to kind of be taken from the both of us and to not really have a chance to explore that and to figure that out in that moment, and for that to be the ending of the season, I mean, I walked off that stage and I have never cried harder in my life.
Madi went on to explain what was going through her head on that day in Australia and said, quote, "I can't imagine flying halfway across the world and you have an expectation of what that week is going to look like for your son, and then you're in the house waiting for 3 hours. So I apologize, but what I will say is I came into that not knowing if Peter and I were going to make it past that conversation." She continued saying, "To be frank, and not to be disrespectful to anyone, but I wasn't concerned about my family, his family, or anybody else involved. In that moment, my only focus was on Peter and I figuring out, can we move forward? Is it worth fighting for? Can we move past everything that's happened and figure this out?" Interesting, right? All right, you guys, that's all the news I have to share with you. We want to know your thoughts on Madi's statements, so be sure to let us know down in the comments. And before you go, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, and then click right over here to watch another new video. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. You can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring, and we'll see you guys next time.